The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. 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 Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all again for stopping by the live stream. Shout out to the NTZ crew. There's Jacob Chanje. I hope Michael Beat Your Life can join us today. All my members, what's up? What times it travels? Thank y'all so much for your support. Jabraz, Moments with Mitch. What's up, Jeffrey Tad? That's my buddy over there in Japan, Okinawa, by the way. All my old heads, there's Doubtful Genius. He said, the NFL draft tonight, I don't watch that, man. It ain't nothing but a damn meat market. It's no different than you going down here to the market and they're selling off cows and pigs. Same damn thing. It's become normal over there. The unnatural has become natural there. Good luck to them all. Any new viewers and subscribers join us today, welcome. There's another old head, H-Till. And anybody catching this on replay, pesos 57.84. Unbelievable. I just came from Save More. That's why I'm running a little late. And it's crazy when you see the money exchanger and his rate is 57.4. Times are good. Well, we've got a guy on here who wants his 5 minutes of fame. Let's give it to him. But see you later, guy. Okay. Thanks for stopping by for the algorithm. Okay. The topic is, I want more out of my retirement than a relationship and the problems that go along with it. We're going to talk about other things too. And remember, this is your live stream. Whatever you want to talk about, put it over here. I mean it. If I can get to it, I will. Also, we'll talk about some more things that are happening over here in the country. I was talking about vloggers today. Hey, Robert Morris, thanks for that super chat. He says, I saw on MoneyGram, peso rate was 58.46. Yeah, they may be trying to, have a promotion or something going on. But the Forex right now is 57.84. We were talking about, in my video earlier when I was talking about the heat, we were talking about, see, this is the matrix right here, Ronald. He says, only difference is that meat market is creating instant multimillionaires. Well, so is the people who sell you the meat. And they probably keep their money a whole lot longer with less sacrifice. Do you see some of these guys who, after 4 or 5 years of playing in that NFL, I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying I don't pay any attention to it anymore. I'm a grown man. I don't have to look at little boys. That's not what brings my excitement. That's all. If you want to do that, that's up to you. And they'll be broke in even less time. Okay, they're certainly not going to do anything for the communities or for us who built them up like that. So I don't pay a lot of attention to that anymore. I've had better things to do with my time, but good luck to all of them. Hey, Kevin, he says, I'm retiring in a few years. I need your insight. Put my email up there, Jacob Chanje. What's up, Golden Gate, Cisco? Yeah, but I was talking about how vloggers are held to a high esteem here. But, not all vloggers are, the same, okay? But we don't realize the immense responsibility that we carry when we choose to get in front of the camera. Okay. And the guy says, you know, when I was talking about, no one else is talking about this heat but me, he says, oh, it's all over the news. He doesn't realize that a lot of us get our news from YouTube, dummy. You know, it's as sad as that may sound. And people are listening to us. We do carry an immense responsibility. And that's why, you know, this game is not for everybody. You know, you may not be the right man for the job. It looks easy, but it's really not. And you have no credibility if you're not doing anything. If all you're doing is sitting around and following the algorithm, you know, do something. Build up some credibility. Accomplish something and bring us along with you. That's all I'm saying. If you really want to succeed on here, otherwise, nobody's going to take you serious. You're not going to build up the type of following that you see people build up over here. That just doesn't happen by happenstance. Okay? Because you have no credibility, and then you got guys overseas who are actually in America in different places who talk about the Philippines as if they're living here. And then you got people who are living in the Philippines who are following these people. And I'm like, but vloggers here have an immense responsibility. We're on a whole other level than vloggers anywhere else. I don't know why that is. Okay, I really don't. He said the Japanese yen is hurting, 155 to 1 US dollar. Yeah, the dollar is up there for some reason. What's up, Angelo? Thanks for joining us. There's my email, Kelvin. But yeah, if you're a new vlogger out there and you're trying to gain some traction, you gain credibility from living. Okay? Get married, get divorced, have children, build a house, run a marathon. Do something that's going to give us some type of insight into your life. Otherwise, man, you just on here yapping. Hey, let's hit the like buttons, guys. Show me some support. There's no other channel on the YouTube that talks the way I talk or gives you the information I give you. I'm in my lane. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm saying that I've got my unique channel, and others do too. He said, how you staying cool? I'm right here in the split aircon unit, LA, Detroit. Okay, if you don't have to be outside right now, I wouldn't be outside. I've been to the Philippines through the summers, man. This is the hottest summer. It's El Nino. They called it. The Weather Bureau, Pagasa, they called it. So that means they're calling for that La Nina in August, bringing more storms and more rain than normal. So if you come in here after that, be careful. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, show me some support. What's up, Kaz? Hey, Rashad. It's really bad over here right now. Okay, imagine. Y'all saw that sugar cane field. I walk by it all the time, man. That sugar cane is 7 foot tall. You can't see anything past there. Now you can see straight through it. It won't grow. A lot of the crops are suffering over here. The animals, the livestock is suffering. Rivers are drying up. Hydroelectric plants are shutting down. 21. That's a lot, man, in a country like the Philippines. 47 power plants forced to shut down. It's hot, man. But all we want to talk about is booty. That's the only thing that gets y'all attention, is booty. But let's talk about something else. Hey, thank you, Edwin. That a video I made the other day, tolerance. See, these are videos that are very, very important, man. But remember, it's not booty. It's not relationships. So you don't listen. You can't just come over here and act any way you want to act. Like you right out of the hood or out of the mountains, Appalachia or whatever it is right there. You got to move a certain way over here because the people over here move a certain way. You got to approach women a certain way. because they approach women a certain way over here. That's what I was talking about. But we won't watch videos like that. The videos that are really going to help you succeed as an expat in the Philippines, really anywhere else. You're talking about a whole new culture. We have no cultural sensitivity, they call it. We put down their food. Okay, thinking that, you know, our standard of living is so much better. We judge everybody by our standard. Remember, Americans were 4% of the population, but we want to control 100% of the narrative. If it's not in America, over here. The NFL draft means absolutely nothing over here. Now, if I'm talking to an American, they're saying you're crazy. Well, it's the same thing when you come over here. So if it's not on our stand, the government's not acting the same way our government is, we freak out. Because that's all tolerance is. It's being confronted continuously with opinions and behaviors that you necessarily don't agree with, without snapping, raising your voice, going off. That's not easy to do. But we won't listen to videos like that. But some people, they know how to move. They were raised a certain way. But some people don't. You've been on your job too long. You don't know what to do when you come somewhere. You've never been anywhere before. So you say, I just come over here and do the same thing that I did at home. And it's going to blow up in your face. Those are the type of videos that help us. We have to have that sort of discussion if you're going to make it over here. What else do we talk about over here? Relationships. These aren't normal relationships when you come over here and deal with these Filipinos, okay? It's not. It's not like you're dealing with a woman in your home country. The stakes are much, much higher with the women we deal with. Remember, we're not dealing with all Filipinos. I'm not speaking for all foreigners. I'm not speaking for all Filipinos. Okay. See, I'm gonna show you about guys like this guy right here. He's nothing but a grown boy. That's all he is. He writes me these emails. I mean, he takes so much time out of his life to write these immature emails. Like, dude, you really need to get a life. You're in bad shape. You got a mental problem. See, this is what bloggers have to deal with when you reach a certain status. Okay, you get jealous people like this who they stalk. He stalks me, this guy does. He changes his profile. He changes his email. I mean, he writes me these long, over and over, creating scenarios, pretending to be somebody else. Okay. You guys are sick. That's all I'm telling you. But you got to come up with another profile because you're out of here, buddy. Take care. Stay out of trouble. What's up, Frank? He said R68 DVR. He says El Nino and La Nina were first documented in the 1600s. It's just the way the world is, not climate change. Yeah, it's the time now. And it's come around here. They called it, man. They said this back in late December, January, when the weather was still cool and everybody said, oh, yeah, right. Now it's upon us. And it's wreaking havoc, man. But relationships over here, if you try to say that they're the same, you have no clue because you have no idea about the culture here. Okay. What else? I just said the food, the time and punctuality. You know, we call it Filipino time. And, you know, this is the way it is over here. We can't change it. Okay. And then some guy gets in there. Oh, well, you know, you're in their country. They should tolerate you. Dude, you don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. It's a two-way street. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Religion is another thing. Okay. They've got certain traditions and customs over here. We have to respect that. It doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. You have to tolerate it. That's all that means. But yeah, I mean, these guys are beyond armchair bros. These are sick individuals. I wouldn't spend my time doing what they do. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. The emails I get over and over and over, man, you know, I mean, it's just to the point where when the guy asked me the question, he said, hey, have you contemplated quitting YouTube before? I did early on because it's not, you know, I'm thinking to myself, it's not worth the bullshit you have to deal with. But once they see they can't get to you anymore, they go to somebody else. Okay, so now they're on regular guy. And then when they get tired of dealing with him, they'll go to somebody else because it was Rike and a few other people, you know. It's always the people who stars rising. Regular guy stars rising. I can imagine, I would imagine. He probably doesn't get the type emails I get because a lot of people, they like, you know, they can relate to him. Yeah, they need to get a life. Okay, Beach of Life. I know you headed to that wedding. He said, yeah, the relationships are definitely different. Makes you question if it's worth it. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, because you're saying a whole lot right here out of ordinary because all the hell we took in our marriages at home. And now we're signing up for more of the same. They call that insanity. Let me remind you that lust blocks off this cerebral cortex. It's like you getting a lobotomy. So guess what's part of your cerebral cortex? Memory. You don't have no memory of the misery that you suffered all those years. So you see the beautiful, attractive young lady and you think it's going to be different. Let me sign up again for this misery. I want more out of my damn retirement than a relationship. I can only speak for myself. There's so much I've accomplished since I've been retired. I want more. There's more things that I've got to do, more people I've got to help. I'm not going to rest on my laurels. I'm going to keep on making my bucket list. It's going to get longer and longer, but I'll be damned if you come to the Philippines and all you want is a woman, then that's all you're going to get. And be careful what you wish for. Okay? Alan J. Garcia. See, I don't even know if this is a real guy or not. Because he writes me this long email and this long, thing. I mean, I would really be humbled and honored if it were real. But you can just tell these guys aren't real. He said we have to tolerate their table manners. Yeah, they have to tolerate us. We come over here, man. It's not like we graduated from etiquette school. One thing I don't like Americans doing that we think is okay is to dig in your nose at the table. Or blow your nose at the table. Not dig in your nose, blow your nose at the table. Okay, they got to deal with that too. Now there you are eating pancit or whatever, and somebody blows their nose, and now you can't. Your damn appetite is gone. It's a lot of things that they have to deal with too, like you don't wipe your ass enough, or 68 DVR, and she's got to wash your underwear, and you got shit stains all in your drawers. Yeah, it's a lot that they got to deal with too, guys. Okay, it's a two-way street. It's not just a one-way street. See, we come over here and think we're better. Our manners are better. No, they're just different. But yeah, they gotta, man, it's a lot, man. You got smoke, you drink, you don't take baths. How do I know? Because y'all come to my house. Okay? That's how I know. Well, I don't know, but it's just the way they do, see? Here's what I'm saying. He's part of it too. He's part of that David White. This is David White too. See what I'm saying? They're trying to wrap me up in this scenario, but they don't understand I'm not stupid. The woman sends me a news clipping, US, it's a capital U and a small S, and it's called the San Carlos City Times. Well, we don't have a San Carlos City Times, stupid. Okay? So take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and keep being stupid. You guys got to get up early in the morning, man. I've been around the block a few times. He says, I think it's computers. Well, they're using something because they're creating all these profiles, wasting a lot of time, precious time that, remember, it's irreversible. They'll never get it back, Mitch. So if they want to spend their time doing that, they get a kick out of that. Let them do it. Todd said, yeah, I'm 58. Got divorced 3 years ago. I'm in no hurry to get involved with any woman again. But that's all the Passport Bro movement is about. And anytime you turn on the Philippines, it's all it's about. Man, you shortchanging yourself. I'm telling you, the Philippines has a whole lot more to offer than that. And then if they're not talking about relationships, they're trying to talk about the negatives of the country. This place is so beautiful, really, because we're on planet Earth. It's no less than any other place. You can't see it all. You're going to miss something looking at the woman. Yeah, there's beautiful women over here. He said my cyber stalker has too many similarities. It gets boring after a while. But you can imagine the level I'm on, okay? And I can handle this kind of stuff all day long. It's when they start making shit up, sending in false allegations and stuff. See, that's when it gets you in trouble. But vloggers over here are held to a whole different standard than any other vloggers. So just know that if you decide to get in front of a camera, people are listening to you. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm a damn celebrity over here. I never asked for that. I'm not complaining. It's a whole lot better than people not even knowing who you are. But, you know, sometimes, you know, it's too much. I really can't handle it. I feel uncomfortable, you know, because I'm not used to that. That's not what I started my channel for. But no matter where I go, Filipinos know me. Not only do the Filipinos know me, but the foreigners know me. So I get a 1-2 punch. If Old Dog New Tricks came to San Carlos City, they wouldn't know who he was. Same with the Filipino P. But if I go to Dumaguete, Cebu, you know, this is something a lot of vloggers don't know. So they get in front of the camera and say, oh, I want to be this famous YouTuber. But there's a flip side of that too, the stalkers and all of that. Just know that. Okay. Frank Tate said, tell them, Cal, you don't want to be on that hamster wheel till the day you die. That's right, man. One way or the other. You don't want to do it, Frank. You want to enjoy this last quarter of our lives, if we're fortunate enough to have that. A guy called it the other day. He said, hell, some of us don't even have a full fourth quarter. If we don't know how much time we got, why are we sitting around wasting it? What are you going to do with it? That's all I'm saying. Because you're going to have the woman the first day you get here. Now what? He says we can't take a bath here in the Philippines. Almost no one had a bathtub. Yeah. But you know, actually taking a shower is more sanitary. Because you're not sitting and laying in your own filth in that bathtub. All the dirt just comes off of you and goes down the drain. You don't have to sit in it. Hey, Keith Ace, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, you're ahead of Filipino topics that other YouTube vloggers copy you. The other YouTube vloggers copy. You need to make monetize this back. Well, you know, I had a troll, right, that used like 5 minutes of one of my videos trying to troll me. All I simply did was file a copyright, and boom. I haven't had any more problems from him, Keith. You know, we talk about the same stuff, but the point is, all vloggers don't have the same following. You may see people with more views and more subscribers, but they don't have the following because people aren't really connecting with them. They're not really relating to them. Okay, I congratulated Alex living abroad when he hit 100,000. You know what he said to me? He said, "Yeah, Cal, thank you." Because all they do is follow the algorithm, and that's okay. It's not a crime what they're doing. But don't get mad at other people, okay, who get this type of notoriety, and that's what they do. It brings the stalkers, it brings the jealous people, so they start making videos about you when there's no reason to make videos about you. Ryan Lawson says, "Hey Cal, do you think I could survive off 3,500 for a month when I get there?" I think you should be able to. Now, what's that 3,500? Is that considered? I mean, yeah, you should be able to, even if that includes your accommodations. You should be able to. I say 1,000 a week, so you're right at it, really, because depending on what type of accommodations. Okay, remember, food and accommodations, and that woman. Well, in this order: the woman, the accommodations, and the food. That's what's going to. It could, and that food and accommodations could switch back and forth. Those are your three biggest expenses, but I don't see why you shouldn't be able to. What's up, Lonnie? It's my buddy, man. I met him, man. He came to the meet and greet. Yeah. You'd be considered rich for that month. Philippine Statistic Authority says if you have $3,808 monthly, you're considered rich. It doesn't mean that you can live off of that. It says you're rich. So you're right there. You're right at the door. 0007 Imagine says, "I thought about starting a YouTube channel, but you opened my eyes. I don't want that smoke. I like my peace and quiet." And see, this is what it's all about. When I was so naive, and I'm still naive in a whole lot of ways, because I was talking to Jungle Space Cowboy. We were just chatting last night, and he says, "Man, you really know that technology?" I was like, "No, I don't. I still do my videos on just a phone, and I have no idea about YouTube, really. So, I just talk about things that I know to talk about, which is basically my life. But you do give away all of that when you become successful. People want your time, man. Hey, what's up, Chris?" He said, "From Pangasinan." I know some people from there. There's actually a San Carlos City in Pangasinan. He said, "Heard you can make a living off of 40,000 subscribers." Well, it just depends on who your subscribers are. Remember, YouTube doesn't pay you by subscribers. They pay you by views. You get paid by views and that AdSense. And not only are they watching, but how long are they watching? It's all about your content. That's what I told Jungle Space Cowboy. It has nothing to do with technology. Yeah, it would be nice if I had all that fancy stuff to go along with my content, but because I've got decent content, I don't need all that stuff. But no, subscribers don't mean nothing. And that's what I tell you. That's all I'm saying. There's it. We've got wait. See, we bought a karaoke machine yesterday, and I put that on here too. Karaoke means something to totally different to Filipinos than it does the rest of the world. You don't have to understand that. See, when we're talking about cultural sensitivity, I don't have to understand the laws of physics to understand gravity. And if I jump off my house, I'm going to come down. It's the same thing with a lot of that goes on over here. It's never going to make sense to you. It's not supposed to, and it never will because you're in the Philippines. Just know that it does. So when you come over here, don't look at people sideways. It means something totally different. It's a pastime. It's a de-stressor. I mean, really, Marilyn probably loves that karaoke machine more than she loves the gym. Hey, Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He said, do you think there are reformed trolls or once a troll, always a troll? Yeah, I believe once a troll, always a troll. Because jealousy is a form of insanity. That's mainly why most trolls are trolls. You doing something or you got something that they're jealous of that they want. Hey, what time's it, Travels? He said, well, Cal, you're changing men's lives with your life. Thanks, brother. And that's all I want to do. See, here's the other part of that. It's okay. Remember I told you the David White guy, he's created Kim Garcia, John something will be on here later since he done showed his card. Stephen B and now her. Oh, this is true. He really loved my mom and now he's going to run away. Okay, well, let him run away. What do you want me to do? I'm not the police and I'm not a marriage counselor. Yeah, it is their distressor. He says, do they have T-Mobile in the Philippines? I don't know. Now, will that switch over? You have to check. If I were you and you don't own that phone, it's not unlocked, I would just buy a phone over here. I just use my phone for Wi-Fi because you got WhatsApp now, and you know you got that Talk 360 where you can load that Talk 360 and talk anywhere around the world on Wi-Fi. Because I'm gonna tell you something. This roaming over here is gonna kick your butt. It happened to me back in 2010. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm rolling then. I had the big Samsung, whatever it was at that time. You know, the bigger the phone, it was like a status symbol. And I said, I don't need to buy that phone. I wanted people to see my phone. Shit, my bill was $400. I never did that again. He says, I might have to try out that T-Mobile Wi-Fi. Well, it's just the Wi-Fi over here. Your phone is going to be, just use Wi-Fi. It's not T-Mobile. It's wherever you're going to be staying. He said 3,500 US dollars on peso. It's over 200,000. Is it? It's close to it. If you can't live on that there, you're in trouble. Yeah, but you have no, I'm gonna tell you guys, man, y'all think I'm playing what that lust will do to you. All your common sense has gone out the window. You will spend that up like it's nothing. 3,500 is nothing. These women over here are like crack cocaine. You'll spend it all up in one day, chasing that. I'm telling you from somebody that's been on both sides of that. These women over here are like crack. Don't say I didn't warn you, because they are. And he says, yeah, Frank, tell him, Frank. He says, you can have 1 million subscribers, but if they don't watch you, you don't make any money. I'll give you a perfect example. I want to say the channel is my Philippine journey. It's our Filipino journey. The guy's name was Mike. He was one of like the pioneers. He was real popular when he was alive. He had like years ago, he's been dead for a long time. But anyway, he had like 33,000 subscribers when he died and was getting big views and everything. Like I said, he was a pioneer, big following. But when he died, his girlfriend tried to take over the channel. She still got it open now. Still 33,000 subscribers, but she gets 100 something views. She isn't making anything off that channel. Yeah.
Daddy, it's also the song.
Oh, okay. Well, same. Just turn it down. So Snatcher says, "What's up, Cal and Sunshine Crew? What I'm missing?" Well, we're just talking about we want more out of our retirement than a relationship and the problems that come along with it. Some of us, that's all we want. We think that some woman is going to solve our problems. But remember, I always come up with a topic. We don't even have to talk about that. You know, the important things that we really should talk about, we don't talk about to help you be more successful in your new country. Cultural sensitivity, that's not a sexy topic. So nobody's going to click on that. Tolerance, nobody's going to click on that. You got to come over here and know how to move. You're not in the hood. You're not in Appalachia. You're not up in the mountains where you come from in America. And you got everything figured out. It doesn't work the same in the Philippines as it does in America. So when somebody tries to help you with that and say, hey, look, it's a little different over here, and you're going to have to deal with this because you're in their country, maybe you ought to practice more tolerance, more patience rather, in certain things without going off. Because a guy messaged me, said, Cal, you're right. He says, I haven't raised my voice in public once. And see, in public, because he knows he's done it at home with his woman. But yeah, yes, he said, sounds like a troll question. It all is, you know. But be careful what you wish for. He said, they're thick. Yeah, let them. Well, that's what I asked her today, Frank. He said, well, that karaoke machine cut down Maryland's gym time. Because she's supposed to went to the store last night, because we got a nice one. I went on and paid $30,000 for it. I don't want to cheat when when they really enjoy it. It's not just that one of them little tiny ones with you holding your phone singing. It's got the smart TV on it, the big speaker, the nice microphone, because I'm going to use it and everything. But yeah, the kids love it. You know, over here, because you have to spend your money wisely over here. You want to buy things where your money's not going to go to waste. Like those bicycles I bought the children, some of the best money I ever spent. The karaoke machine, some of the best money I ever spent. You got to spend your money wisely over here. But yeah, that's a good question. I asked her that this morning. Sperling Edwards, thanks for that super chat. He said, it's so hot now we need 3 or 4 showers a day. But sometimes I go to the Richmond Hotel for a day to bathe in Epsom salt, lavender, and baking soda. Yeah, man, thank you for that suggestion. And for chiming in, because he's over here. He's really not far from me. He's in Iloilo, which is about 3 hours from me. It's really not that far if you're in a car or a motorcycle. You go to Bacala, then you catch the ferry, about 45 minutes to Iloilo. But it's hot here now. The weather here is dangerous right now. And most of us are older. Okay? And we're not in the best shape. That heat'll eat you up. It'll eat you alive. And all you worrying about is some woman that you can't even handle anyway. Angelo Habib says, Calvin will hog the karaoke machine and not give anyone else a turn. No, I'm going to be honest with you. I would very seldom use that. I bought that for them. Because it's more than just, they're not trying to impress anybody. That's why they can sing in front of a room full of people and it doesn't matter what it sounds like. Because nobody's really, it's not like karaoke in my hometown. There's a nightclub called Seals. And I think every Tuesday, karaoke is taken way too seriously. in the black community. Let me say that. I mean, really, if you pick up that mic, you better be a Michael Jackson or something down bad, a Jeffrey Osborne or something down bad. Okay, it's just not the fun thing that it is over here. The relaxing thing. I mean, singers they come from miles around to compete, which there's no prize money. You just get the applause from the crowd. They compete for that. Hey, what's up, Charles? He said, Calvin, can a phone be bought at the airport? It probably can, but I wouldn't buy anything from the airport because everything the way they do business at airports, what else? Like Disneyland and different places where they raise the prices up so high. You're getting all that volume, but everything's high. I mean, you're talking about a $5 Coke, man. When I came here in 2018, a 20-ounce Coke in Chicago at the airport was $5. I'm like, come on, man. It's the same damn Coke. Why are you charging me $5? I know, because I don't have any choice. But so if you were to buy a phone there, Charles, it would probably cost you an arm and a leg. I wouldn't do it. I'd wait till I get out. I'd go to the mall or go to one of these little street vendors. Because down in Zamboanga, I mean, they've got a bunch, I mean, just a whole block of nothing but used phones. You can get a damn phone for 500 pesos. And I'm pretty sure they got that everywhere else. Yeah, he says 3 to 4 showers a day. And no, it's true. If I walked, now y'all see me, if I walk from here to the street and back, I've got to get in the shower. Not only is it hot, it's humid. Imagine, did anybody look that up in the EA at the airport in Manila? Those 18 cars caught on fire and burned completely up. One was partially burned from a grass fire caused by the hot weather. Rion Apple says, hey, Cal, most men don't understand that women are more attracted to you when you don't make them priority number one. They're really turned on by a man that got other main interests. It makes sense to me. I did a video about that. The best way to meet women over here is really just to ignore them. And people say, no, you can't do that. Yes, you can. I don't look at women because it's funny over here. As a foreigner, they think we want them. So every Filipino thinks that we're after them. And you can see it a lot of times in their eyes. Like, ma'am, with all due respect, I'm just going to the aisle to get me a loaf of bread. I don't want to marry you. Okay, but you're right, because if you come over here and do what they expect you to do, what's the fun in that? When you follow that script, guys, they got you. It's a script. But you be like, well, hold on, wait, let me get this jet lag off my back, and I'll talk to you, in a couple of days. We'll go to the province or whatever. But that's the men who are few and far between. Most of us, they're waiting at that airport with their Kroger bag of possessions, and you often running from that. So yeah, it's a lot of truth in what you're saying. It is fun. Filipinos make it fun. You go to karaoke in Louisville, Kentucky at Seals nightclub on Tuesday night, you'll be afraid, you'll be shaking with the damn mic in your hand because they're all eyes on you. You better be Lionel Richie or some damn bad. This is a good idea. Actually, it's a great idea because you're more likely to know where to get one, and then you could borrow somebody's phone really that has an unlocked phone that they're not using, one of your friends or family, and take it with you. But probably just buy one, like he said. He said, let's get those thumbs up, guys. We're down 106. Yeah, show me some support, guys, really. I mean, so more people can see it. Well, there's ways around it. There's some big malls here in the Philippines that people use to get out of the house. They do a lot of window shopping, or they may go to lunch and make it a long lunch. You get that free aircon, you're around people, you get your exercise from walking. There's things you can do. You can go swimming, sit under one of them. There's a lot of shade here in the Philippines. There's a lot of things you can do, because if you sit in this house, you're going to go crazy. You're going to get cabin fever. Some guy called it island fever. He said, yeah, too serious, like you said. It is too serious. I can only speak for the black community. Okay? What's going on, Danny Floresca? He says, good AM, Cal. I'm watching from Tanhai. That's how you pronounce that. Because I used to call it Tanjai. Merlin said it's Tanhai, Negros Oriental. That's close to, that's maybe what, 45 minutes or something from Dumaguete. He said, retired from the U.S. Navy and been living here since 2009. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. I started coming here in 2009. He said, Big Dog says, I can't handle the heat. 5'3", 260. My girl hates my hygiene sometimes. Well, I tell you what a Filipino will do. She'll wipe your sweat off all day long, straighten your shirt up. They'll do all that. But yeah, 5'3", 260. My God. You're like a big linebacker. Yeah, he said, karaoke in the black community is like being at the Apollo Theater. If you're not Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston, they're going to blow you off this stage. Yeah, they're going to boo you off. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Luther. I keep forgetting about Luther. If you're not all that, man, don't pick it up. So when we come over here and they hand you the mic, you don't want to take it because you think it's going to be the same in your home country, but it's not. It's really fun and games over here. Relaxation. It's a de-stressor. They really have a good time with it. I love to just sit around and watch them. He says, I agree, Calvin. Some people take karaoke way too serious. I love that light-hearted karaoke in the Philippines. It's fun. Of course, they'll laugh at you. Yeah, the shady business at that airport. They get away with it. He said one guy got killed because he sang My Way wrong. Yeah, well, that's what they suggest you don't sing that of all the songs, because everybody wants to sing that. Hey, the Everyday Alpha, thanks for that super sticker. Check the Logic said that picture you posted about how a man with no money is viewed almost hurt my feelings. Yeah, that's funny. That was actually from Andrew Tate. But it's true. It's funny, man. Hey, Lonely for Wrong, he said, hello, Calvin. I think we need a hobby when we retire. Fishing, gym, or travel. Keep up the good work. I think you're correct. But many of us, because remember, lust clouds that cerebral cortex. It actually renders it useless. Your memory's gone. You forget how painful that marriage was, or just being married was. So the minute you get over here, you sign right up for it again. For more of that same misery. They call that insanity. Okay? There's much more I want to do. And when you have a wife and a family, it's going to limit what you're going to be able to do. Unless you really got a whole lot of money. And remember, they got to go to school and everything like that. We talk about it all the time about unretiring yourself. We're in a stage now where we worked all those years. We want to be able to relax. We don't want any demands. And a relationship puts demands on you, whether you want it or not. Okay, whether they're good demands or not. Okay, it's time that we got to go to church. We got to do this. We got to do that. This is due. Just remember that. Paul Anka wrote it. Yeah, I guess Frank Sinatra made it famous. Frank Tate said, no matter where you live in this world, you have to manage your finances because you never know what's going to happen. Like now, you might need to buy a generator because of the heat causing brownouts. You make a great point. Of all the times I've been in the Philippines, I've never heard of them having rotating brownouts in Manila. They're thinking about it now because of so many power stations offline because of the heat. So you need to know that when you come over here, because I don't care how long you stay here. Brownouts are something you never get used to. And then when you're down in Mindanao, they'll hit you at night with that. And you're talking about going crazy. You're talking about your tolerance level going out the window. Let them hit you with that brownout at 8 o'clock at night till about 4 or 5 in the morning. In this sort of heat, you'll know that you're not in Kansas anymore. He said, women don't like to be ignored. He said, my ex-wife saw a pic of me with another female, and she flipped and threatened to apply to court to get my parental rights taken away. Well, you know that. Misery loves company. They don't want you, but they don't want to see you with nobody else either, see? He said attention-seeking behavior, they work harder to get your attention if you don't dote on them. That's true, because they expect you to come over here because they think it's all about them. The dating sites and then all the other losers who come over here and laid down and given their money and put them on pedestals. They expect you to come over here and act like a damn fool. But if you don't do it, it throws them off. They have to tear up that script. You're going to tear it up. And they're not going to know what to do. Well, you mean he doesn't want to fuck me 3 times a day? No. I don't even know. You go to the doctor first. Let's go to the doctor. If you pull something like that on a woman, man, she's going to respect you more. Because, she may be mad in the beginning, but, you break it down to her. You say, hey, look, remember, persuasion goes a whole lot further than being these tough guys. You say, I care about your health. I just want to make sure that we're both healthy before we start down that road. Because I'm going to tell you, man, we take a chance, man, with everything going on around the world, hepatitis, AIDS, we throw all that out the window. Here's as far as we go with that. Do you have anything? No. Do you have anything? No. Okay, let's get it on. Okay. Hey, the Everyday Alpha, thank you. He said, glad I could finally join this live stream. I didn't put anything in last super chat as I missed in the text box. Live and learn, I guess. Hey, thanks, man. I'm glad you're here, brother. He said, Frank, you don't ignore them. You just don't make them the center of your attention. It's just hard to do. It's hard for a lot of men to do, Cisco, because they're just not used to it. They don't understand really that you're the gasoline that runs the engine. You can have the nicest car in the world sitting out there. If it doesn't have gas in there, guess what? It's not going anywhere unless you push it. You are the party maker. The party don't start till you get here. As a matter of fact, there is no party until you get here. Remember, I'm only talking about the women we deal with, because some woman jumped in that. Remember the video I just made? I said, here's why Filipino women treat you so well, treat their foreign boyfriends and husbands so well. Oh, yeah, because y'all dealing with a star leader, Bill. She was just putting down, she's supposed to have been a Filipino, but she's putting down her own people. Talking about, well, just stay away from them broke single mothers and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that, right? And I said, well, ma'am, we're not going to win any beauty contests ourselves. And, she's talking about, yeah, there's millions of middle-class, educated Filipinos over here. Yeah, well, if I would have said the thing she said about Filipino women, they'd have had me deported. But you don't understand that it's more than just a relationship. This is why I tell you to slow down, kind of, pause a little bit and check out how things move over here. You're more than just a boyfriend or a husband, man. You're literally a lifesaver in a lot of cases over here. But we don't want to listen. We think it's the same over there. No, your woman over there's she earns just as much money as you. And the government can take care of her if you don't. It's not like that over here. The man still means something in society over here because they don't have the big government behind them. So when you come over here and you make that commitment, you better know what you're getting into, because you break up, you got to leave the country a lot of times. Like, she better hope that she finds somebody real quick and gets over you. He said, my LDR is such a good person and has strong family values. Well, good luck with that, man. I don't know how y'all do the LDR, especially when you deal with Filipinos and how well they treat you. For whatever reason, they treat you good, okay? And you get spoiled with that treatment. I mean, you get spoiled with that treatment. The minute I leave here, I'm going to miss that treatment from Maryland. I mean, really, it's the best. Every woman I've ever dealt with over here is the best treatment I've ever had. Okay? So you're going to miss that. So I'll go back. I'll see you in 6 months. Man, that would drive me crazy. No way I could do that. Sperling Edwards said, Jason, when my daughter was here, she said, it's so hot here, it feels like the devil's breathing on her. It's hot right now. It's not usual. It's not usual. Hey, Skating Geezer says, hey, Cal, I appreciate your channel, Philippines Wisdom, and telling it like it is style. Though you often say we aren't listening, more than a few of us are listening. Take care. Thank you. And that's what I was just talking about today. Vloggers, we don't understand how serious, well, let me put it like this. We're held on a different, what to say here? We're held in high esteem, higher than you would think. Because the guy says, well, they've been talking about that heat on the news everywhere, right? I said, dude, do you understand that a lot of us get our news from YouTube, as sad as that sounds? So when you make a choice, a decision, I'm going to get in front of this camera and be a vlogger over here, well, you better know the immense responsibility you're taking on. And then when you find out, hey, I've been on here for a year, I'm not getting any traction, it's probably you. Okay, you have to gain some type of credibility. You can't just follow the algorithm. That's only going to take you so far. If you want to talk about relationships all the time, yeah, people aren't going to listen, man. But when you get some type of traction over here, people will start listening to you, man. You have to be responsible. I mean, they've literally made they will make a celebrity out of vloggers in the Philippines. I don't know if they do that anywhere else. If I was in Louisville, people wouldn't even know me. I would just keep walking. But over here, it's like they really know who I am, man. He said, yeah, Calvin, that's right. So many of the people over there don't see it that way. They're too busy worried about getting cars and building these houses with big driveways. He says, I bought an unlocked phone at the mall once I landed in Manila. They're not expensive. He says, hey, Cal, I heard of something about you taking a bike ride. When's that coming up? It's coming up in the next couple of months. I'm getting in shape right now. I mean, I'm way ahead of schedule. I'll be out there in that heat working out. I know it may not be healthy, but I know what I'm doing. I'm right by the house with plenty of liquids and everything. And one time a week, I'll do my routine, and then I'll go to the gym. Next month, I'm going to make it 2 days in the gym, and then June 3 days. But once it kind of cools down a little bit, I'm going to give it a couple of months where I'm in tip-top condition and the weather's a little bit cooler. I'm going to go on that trip. I'm going to take it from here through the Don Salvador Mountains. I'm going to take y'all along with me. This is what I tell these bloggers on here. Do something. Live over here. Accomplish something. And bring us along with you. Don't just sit there. I've earned my stripes. I can sit here and talk. Okay? But you guys who are just getting on here thinking, oh, I'm going to do what Calvin does. You don't have the credibility I've got and others have who've been in the arena longer. That's why nobody's following you. Nobody takes you serious. And then you got people who are actually in America and England. They're talking about the Philippines as if they live here. See, I can't respect that. I mean, they're talking to people over here as if they're in the Philippines. Dude, you're not in the Philippines. You're in Las Vegas somewhere. Florida, Houston, Texas, somewhere. He said, Calvin, some fires in cars are started by alcohol bottles you use to disinfect your hands if they get too much sun and start to burn. Yeah, these fires that were started over here at the airport, they said it was a grass fire that started. I mean, y'all don't realize how hot it is right now. And not only is it hot, but it's dry. And that's the danger. It was just, 2 or 3 days ago, I mean, just a tremendous fire in Cebu City, but that happens all the time now. Where, like I said, the grass fire is so dry, man, a spark will ignite it all. And once one of those houses catches on fire, they all gonna catch on fire. Nobody has a fire extinguisher. Okay, see, nobody has a fire extinguisher. We get ours changed every year. We got a woman who sells us our fire extinguishers. You need a fire extinguisher, man. You better have one over here. But no one has them in the squatter areas. Now, that would be something that I would like to do. You know, maybe get everybody, I couldn't afford it myself. I need help. But, like the squatter area that I was helping before, take them, just a small fire extinguisher. Because they don't know how to fight a fire. Fire starts out, they want to throw water on it. Hey, he says, ahoy from California. Hope to join you in the next couple of months. Yeah, man, wait till that heat goes down. I'm going to tell you something, Frank. You could be naked right now. Nothing's really going to help you. And it's only going to get worse next month. See, this isn't the hottest month. The hottest month in the Philippines is May. They're already talking about 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. You better have a game plan. He said, I'll be like Buddy Holly at the Apollo Theater and blow away the black folks. Well, over here, you don't have to worry about it. Because, unless you're really, really good, they're not going to pay you attention. Now, if you pick up that microphone and you start remember Scott? I forgot Scott's last name. But he's the motivational speaker. He came on my panel before. And, he lives over in Kamigan Island. I think he's in the United States. I don't know if he's back right now. But he picked up the microphone. He was on Facebook. And he sung One Last Cry by Brian McKnight, man. Sounds just like it. People start coming from all over like, who the hell is this guy? That's the only time they're going to pay you any attention. They expect you to sound all crazy, see? He says, I had to have more than a relationship here in the Philippines. I have a consulting business helping veterans prepare their VA disability claims. I get a chance to get out and meet more expats. Yeah, see, that's good right there. You know, what have you, anybody that's retired right now, can you put down one thing that you've accomplished since you've been retired? Or your goals? Because we lose track of that. Why would I work my whole life and then come over here and put all my focus and attention on somebody else who really isn't going to appreciate it? It's going to take a long, long time. They're great actresses, if I've never told you that before. You're never going to know if somebody loves you anyway. I mean, it's like we're starving for love and attention. And this is when you're going to get burned. But put some stuff over here that you've accomplished. Because in the Philippines, because I talk about the Philippines because this is where I live. You get a great opportunity, man. I paid down my bills so far, almost to the point that they don't exist anymore. I built a house. I walked from St. Carlos City to Dumaguete. We've given away, meaning my channel, my community, have given away over 2 million pesos in cash. We've directly and indirectly had a 100 million peso impact on the Filipino economy in 2 years. But we've got more to do. I'm not going to rest on those laurels. Okay? Actually built 2 houses, by the way. We just got to do that kind of stuff. Hey, thank you, Carry On, for that super chat. He says, love from Arizona. We're just preheating here, and it only gets better. Hope to see the field soon. Stay cool. Yeah, now you in Arizona, y'all got that dry heat. But it's really hot right now, and it's really dry, and it's really dangerous right now. Like I said, a lot of these places, they don't have fire extinguishers. They're closing the schools down. I mean, the rivers are drying up over here. There already was a power grid problem in the Philippines because the demand, so many people are here. The demand for power is so great. Now, all of a sudden, you get slapped in the face by El Nino. And now you got 47 power plants offline, 21 hydroelectric plants offline. There's no power to run them. So when you come over here and you get hit with that brownout, I don't care if you get one a month. You never get used to it. I don't care how long you've been over here. I mean, you have no power at all. There's no television. There's no nothing. And even the load on your phone won't work because the damn Smart and Globe and everybody else is going to be offline too. It's miserable. Hey, Mr. Ringo said, getting it on right now in this heat will be like being on a human sit up and slide. You better have good aircon, man. And you better hope you ain't trying to get it on in a damn brownout. Hey, Marlon, thanks for that super chat, brother. He says, now, what's up, Cal? I hope all is well. I got here late, going to have to catch the replay from the beginning once it's done. Hey, thank you. Hey, he said, good morning. My sunshine from a Brit in Thailand, man. Now, somebody told me that it hit 50, did they say 52 in Thailand? Somewhere in Thailand. He said, what exactly is there to do when the heat is that bad? You can go to the mall. Excuse me. Believe it or not, remember the park I went to the other day in my video? I was talking about friendship. There's a breeze coming off that ocean. It always is. they've got a lot of shade in the Philippines, especially in San Carlos City. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. It's like night and day. You walk from the sun and get in that shade. Watch my video today. When I'm in that shade, it's really bearable. You just sit a chair right there and just read or listen to music, whatever you want to do. Or stay in your house. I wouldn't suggest doing that all the time, though. But yes, a lot to do. Go swimming. One thing I like about the beaches in the Philippines, they have a natural coastline. It's not man-made. So mostly all the beaches I've ever been to here, except for Lackawanna Island, which is sort of like man-made. They don't have any shade trees. The Malbal had one, and of course it was taken. But if you go to like Panglao, Bahal, Boracay, it's lined with shade trees. You'll be right there in that cool shade, and right past your feet will be that blazing sun. But it don't affect you because you're in the shade. So yes, a lot of shade here. Kamal says, the world was fair, you would aspire Mr. Beast numbers at this point. Man, my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter watches Mr. Beast. You know, he started a long time ago, but I don't know. He's a phenomenon, really. I mean, 212 million subscribers now. His subscribers mean something because a long time ago, I was looking at something on him yesterday. I was reading, but I could hear him. When he first started out, when he started getting like his first real popular, companies were paying him like $5,000 per video. One company was paying him $5,000 per video. So you can imagine what he's being paid now because they know the people are watching. There's no telling how much money he's earning YouTube. Whatever he's earning, they're getting 45%. So, you know, if he earned 56 million, look how much money he earned YouTube. I mean, that's crazy. Big Dog, thanks for that super chat. He says, I haven't accomplished a damn thing since retiring, except for a few back rooms and entertainment establishments in Asia. Work in progress. Yeah, but you know, we're never too old. I was talking about that on my last live stream. To accomplish your dreams. But I don't see too many people, you're not putting anything over here. What have you accomplished since you've been retired? Did you get married? Did you get divorced? Did you have any children? What have you done? Did you build a house? Did you tear one down? Did you sell something? Did you pay your debt off? What have you done so that you can enjoy your retirement much more? Or have you just decided, well, you know, I worked this long, I'm just going to coast to my grave? Because there's really no right or wrong answer. But I've got a lot to do, man. I've got a lot of stuff wrote down. It's a lot I want to do. I'm not ready to cash in my chips, man. I'm too young, man. I'm 60 years old. Payday One says you can live a great life here like me, but leave women living by themselves. Give a little money, but not with you. Get a yaya. Yeah, man, I tell you, boy, you read my mind because I'm working on a video now, a Philippine starter pack. And one of the things that you absolutely have to have is a housekeeper. That's the best money, some of the best money you could ever spend. And like he said, a yaya, and a lot of times the yaya will, you know, she will be the babysitter and the housekeeper. But that's good money well spent. Especially when the baby's little. You know, Kaz is getting ready to have a baby. And I was suggesting to him, you know, see, that's why I made the video when I said a big mistake that we make over here is we take our girlfriends away from their friends and family. When they start having children, man, they have to be near their families, man. It's a great benefit. She's going to have time to relax, get back to her strength, because these young women having these babies, they're still young women having babies. Babies are a handful. And when you don't have that help there with the mother, everybody's doting over the little baby, give you a break. You know, you can take a bath, you know, and just sit and relax instead of attending to the baby 24/7 like that. Get you a yaya, man. Get you a housekeeper. One time the travel said, that's why I love Baguio. It's nice and cool at night, but it gets hot in the day, but it's bearable. Yeah, I've heard some stories. I've never been to Baguio yet. The closest I've been to Baguio was Angeles City. I saw the sign, Baguio this way. Because I really don't like uh, the cool weather like that. I come to the Philippines for the heat, but not this type of heat. This is dangerous. This is really having a traumatic effect on the people and the country, really. This is, said Mr. Beast is one of many YouTubers that are backed by an agency that does all the work with sponsors and funding and algorithm voodoo. I believe that. I was just getting ready to say he's like an industry plant. I mean, he's almost like, we were talking about music the other day, me and Marilyn, and I was like, I'm going to tell you, you know, because we were watching Lionel Richie in 1975. And I was like, where's all the music went to? I said, the only thing that they've got now is Taylor Swift is the music industry. That's not true, guys. Something's going on behind the scenes. Man, Three Dog Night. I grew up with Elton John. I mean, there was never a shortage of talent. Now, it's just Taylor Swift and really nobody else, to tell you the truth. I mean, she's the only one. There used to be superstars across the board. It's like, what? You can count the superstars on your hand. Everything's changing, man. He said, I wonder if they have brownouts in Thailand. Somebody came on here the other day and said they didn't. He says, I built the driveway with road access. I don't know if who this guy is. I'm going to watch him. You know, they don't understand that where I live, and I don't have anything to prove, but I say this to people from time to time to let them know when we move, where we move from is considered Margarita Village. It's owned by the city. So it has sidewalks, it has paved roads and everything, driveways and all that. I'm in Margarita Village Extension. It's privately owned. So there's no city funding. So there's no roads. There's no sidewalks. But that's why you get a good deal if you want to come over here. I'm right across this road basically from Margarita Village. The land over there is probably double what it is over here. So I'm not complaining. I mean, you guys sit back. This is what I don't understand. When you got grown men, the armchair bros, they sitting back, they critique you. You doing the damn thing. We're over here facing the music, but they've got all the answers. They will literally try to pick you apart, but they never ask me the one question, do I care? No, I don't care. It just shows what a loser these guys are. He says, I'm on the light ferry. It's hot. Man, I can imagine. Now, that's where you need that little fan, Michael Beecher, like that little battery powered fan. Yeah, you're out of here, buddy. Sorry. That's enough for you. Take you and your road access out of here, since you want to make that a big deal. He said, Jason, he says, they do, but seldom in Bangkok, unless you live out in the rural areas. You see, this is what, remember we were talking about, somebody needs to give us a nitty gritty about Thailand. Is there somebody going out in the provinces and stuff? Because those provinces over there can get pretty wicked too. You know, they talk about how modern Thailand is. Well, they got poor people in Thailand. They just hide them. Actually, I do. I do see chemtrails here all the time. Pick me music. Yeah, there's a girl. Yeah, but she's not. But I'm saying, Cisco. Okay, now name 5 more that can fill a stadium or sell out. Because Beyonce doesn't sell out all the time. I'm just telling you that as good as Beyonce is, Taylor Swift is above her. I'm right with you. I'm saying, where is all the talent? There has to be more talent out there. How old are you, Cisco? I'm 60. That was a time when there was the Commodores, Barcades, Earth, Wind and Fire, LTD. I mean, Arnold Jackson 5. I mean, when one group got too old or split up, here comes another one. I mean, Luther Vandross. I mean, there was no shortage of talent, man. You cannot argue with me on this. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Freddie Jackson, Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown. I mean, it just goes on, guys. And I'm talking about, I could go back to the 70s, you know, Elton John, the Carpenters. You know, I mean, it was just, there was no shortage across all genres. Now, you got one person, maybe 2 or 3, and that's it in this computer world. Man, there was so many. Barry White. I mean, I could keep going on and on. I mean, you can go on and on till my memory fades me, guys. But today, there's none of that. So I asked the question, where is the music? Where has it gone? That guy made that song a long time ago, the night the music died. He was talking about, you know, when Buddy Holly and them died in the plane crash, but that song could be relevant now. You know, and when he could ask that question, the music died, guys. It's not around anymore. I'm talking about Brick. I mean, there were so many groups. It was, you couldn't name them all. But it's already crowded. Baguio is a legitimate tourist destination in the Philippines now. One of the more popular ones now. It's just as popular as Boracay and Palawan. Yeah. It's legitimate. He says about 27, 28 at night in Davao too. But in the daytime, it's like 34, 35. It's getting ready to get super hot. It's more than that here. It's probably, I don't know what it is here, but schools are half day here. But in Manila and just about everywhere else in the whole country, because remember, these islands are different. The weather affects them different. Typhoons don't affect all the islands in the Philippines, or volcanoes, earthquakes, and all that. So it's hotter. Yeah, it's just your phone. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get off here. I started late, guys. I apologize for that. I had to go to the store. I had to get the dog something to eat. We ran out of bread. And so I had a late start. Ren says, hello, bro, Cal. When and where is the meet and greet? Thank you for reminding me, because I got it wrote down here and I forgot to say it. May the 2nd, which will be, let's see, if that will be Wednesday. No, next Thursday. Next Thursday at Meg's Resort. Starts about 4 o'clock until. It's free to get in. The food is free. What's that? Oh wow, boo. Let me show. Hey, thanks, Cuz. We got it today for Booby. Now, believe it or not, this thing is rare. They don't even make these anymore. This is a collector's item. He thought enough of Booby to give it to her. Say thank you. Say thank you. Oh, quit acting silly. Get out of here. Huh? Yeah, I'm going to get off. I'm going to get off. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice time, man. But if you want your beer, and you can bring your liquor with you, but you want your beer back from the Megs, we're trying to give back. We're trying to help these establishments. And that was the whole point of me traveling around. I actually got that idea from the people from the vloggers down in Dumagetti. They're best my okay, it's back on. I'm sorry, Cat. But yeah, I got that idea from the vloggers in Dumagetti. They'll go to an establishment and sell the place out. I mean, and they'll have more business.
What do you want for lunch?
What's in there?
You want the wings?
Yeah, the wings. Make the wings.
Okay.
Okay. And they'll have more business in that one day than they'll probably have. It'll probably be like Christmas. You'll have some businesses doing Christmas. It'll make their whole year. So I said, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go around and give these establishments. But it can, traveling here, man, can get tiresome. The logistics, man, it's tough. Especially when you're coming from San Carlos. The closest airport to me is Bacolod. Yeah, it was so many. Thanks, Kamal, for this. Cool in the Gang, Hall and Oates, Ambrosia, BG, Tavares. You can keep going. Okay. Barry Manilow, Billy Joe. Yeah, thank you. Because there's nothing like that anymore. And there's just as many talented people out there, but the music has died. And because we just won't push back as people anymore, we just sat back and let the powers that be just run over top of us. They're doing whatever they want to do. We don't push back at all. Average White Band, Ohio Players, Rolling Stones. Come on, guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Real bands that played instruments. Yeah. Y'all know that it's more than just so damn Taylor Swift, man. Come on. Something's going on there, man. Yeah, he said when he retired, he would seriously think about solar panels and battery backup. Well, it just depends on where you live. You may be wasting money. But if I don't think the cost justifies the means. You're not going to use it as much to justify how much it's going to cost. Because in San Carlos City, we may have one about once a month. Is that worth me spending what, $5, $6, $7,000 for that? Which is a fortune over here that you could build a house with that. But yeah, all over. I saw a woman, I forgot her name, but she's a big blogger, and she was somewhere, and here comes Taylor Swift and her entourage, because I think she was at a Taylor Swift concert, and she about lost her man. I'm like, lady, come on, give a break. Have you ever heard of Natalie Cole, or Nat King Cole, Elvis Presley, and all that? These people are crazy. I would hate to be growing up nowadays. Yeah, Funkadelic, Bootsy. Come on, guys. Y'all know good and well. It was so much. Journey. Keep going. To make my point, the music has died, Cisco. Even if you put Beyonce up there, man, Beyonce would be nothing back in the day. She would just be one of the women. Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight. Put her beside them in their prime. She's just one of them. Shaka Khan. Come on, man. Where's all these people? Where are the replacements for these women and these other groups? Because that's what it was. It was like a changing of the guard. When I was growing up, once one group phased out, here comes another one. That's how New Edition was discovered. The Jacksons and all of them had gotten old. Now here they come. Johnny Gill and all them people, man, they was replacing all that stuff. Now all of a sudden, man, it's crickets. It's damn crickets. Well, I'm just saying, no, but here's what I'm telling you. Go and look, Cisco, and this will prove my point. It's not just me. Go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and see how many people from the 40s and the 50s is in there compared to the 70s. And then, you know, my case is closed, okay? There was no Elton John back in the 40s. I'm sorry. I'm so glad, I said this the other day, that I grew up the time that I did. All across the board, no matter what it is, business, sports, entertainment, whatever it was some of the best that's ever lived because we're evolving. It's supposed to get better, but the music hasn't gotten better. Something's behind that to stop it from getting better. I watched Tiger Woods, man, the most dominant sports player of any sport. He was in my time, you know, when I was alive. Nobody dominated a sport like Tiger Woods did. Nobody. They always talking about the GOAT conversation. Man, Michael Jordan needs to take a back seat to Tiger Woods. Okay? Yeah, he said the record companies. Now, he would know. Xavier's an actual baby face and all those people. This is an actual entertainer, guys. He said the record companies taking 97% of an artist's royalties makes you not want to enter the music industry. Yeah. But see, here's the thing, though. Here's how I got a problem. Okay. And why I love living in the Philippines, because it reminds me of it's a throwback. The Philippines, Filipinos still have what's called the OPM, original Filipino music. It don't matter who owns the damn, they're going to make that music. And just because you can't get a record deal, Xavier, doesn't mean we should have stopped making the music. See, that's our thing. We always got to have this overseer. Fuck them record companies, man. Make that music and get your money now. You don't need them. But at the time when they erased, especially R&B, people wasn't on that level of thinking. Oh, I need a record deal. It was so much prestige of having a record deal. Filipinos are making their music, man, despite their music's going to go on forever. Our music should have went on forever. But because somebody controls our music, see, you're right, Xavier. Somebody owns our music. We can't do that. So now you got these old artists from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, touring around the United States singing the same music that made them famous. We need the new music. See, that's all I'm saying. Hey, Luis De La Fuente, thank you for that super sticker. That's all I'm saying. Filipinos got original Filipino music. They keep bringing it out. They're going to keep cranking that music out, man. And they keep on having, here it is in the 2024, they still got stars that are coming up over here on the backs of the old entertainers. They just keep getting better. It's not supposed to stop. Black music stopped because somebody owns it. And then they turned it into this, whatever it is. I can't tell you the stars of black music right now. What, Lil Baby, come on, guys. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Anita Baker. Yeah. It's just so many that we've already been naming, guys. Sam Cooke. Yeah, I'm just saying, where has the music gone? What happened to it? Because the artists are there. Now, if you want to hear good black music, you got to go to church. That's where they are now. The gospel has taken over. That's where all the R&B singers are now. That's where they came from to begin with. Now they're gone back because they're not promoting them out here. Stephanie Mills said, yeah, they want to hear R&B music, but they don't want us singing it. Stephanie Mills, Roger and Zap. Come on, guys. I can keep going now if you want me to. Prince, I forgot all about him. The Beatles, James Ingram, DeBarge. Y'all know what I'm talking about. James Taylor. It used to be so much. When you go to the record store, because your mother say, well, you can only buy one album. Well, hell, you had a decision to make. You got David Bowie. You got all these Carole King. You're looking like, well, hell, I only got $9.99. What do I want? Now it's like, well, hell, Taylor Swift is all you can buy. Yeah, Confunction. He said, you're killing me, Cal. No, it really hurt me, man. Because thank God for YouTube. And what's the other ones? Because if not, that music will be gone. I was listening to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes yesterday. Where are all my friends? Man, it was good music back then, the OJs. Come on, guys. Y'all know something's happened to the music. It's just not there anymore. Yeah, Sugar Hill. I mean, it was a time when rap used to be, I could deal with rap. See, y'all helping me now. Bill Willis, Midnight Star, Atlantic Star, Patti LaBelle. Come on. There's been a disconnect, Kevin, somewhere. There's been a disconnect. It's like they pulled the plug and nobody plugged it back in the socket. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's a guy right now, I can't think of his name, but he's a top Avery something. This guy should be making music. This guy's one of the best singers out there. What's his name? Avery something. Somebody help me. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Lil Baby. Everybody's little. Lil Durk. Everybody's little. Lil Bow Wow. It's just crazy. Yeah, the Eagles. I forgot about the Eagles. Hall and Oates. Even the country back then. What was his name? Campbell. What was his first name? See, I'm having a senior moment. Glenn Campbell. I mean, really, those type of songs. Anne Mary. Man, everybody across the board in the 70s, guys was smoking. The music was high. Go look in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You'll see when the good music was made. Jim Croce. Alexander O'Neal. Yeah, guys. Cher. Sonny and Cher. Ralph Tresvant. Something's going on, guys. I'm telling you. Boys and Men. See, we forgot all about this stuff. Y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Now all of a sudden you got Taylor Swift and Beyonce. You don't even have a man up there singing regular songs. They've gotten rid of the men out of the music industry. You got to be, the rappers are old now. Rick Ross, and these guys are old. Nobody want to hear that stuff. Drake, they done got old. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But thank y'all so much for your super chats, super stickers, all your thumbs up, your memberships. let's keep this train on the track, man, because we need channels like this, man. You know, shout out to all the vloggers out there who are doing the damn thing, man, trying to bring y'all the information. Not the ones who are pretending, sitting in their condos and in their kitchens and front yards, telling y'all about the Philippines. They ain't doing a damn thing. Even worse, over in Las Vegas, Houston, and Florida, telling you about the Philippines, they in their damn kitchen. Come on. They have no credibility. They haven't accomplished any damn thing. Do something. Okay, if you want to earn, you got to earn my view. I'm just going to get on there and just going to troll people and gossip and, you know, shout out to regular guys. Yeah, Cat Stevens, he said. Silk. Some guy said George Benson. It's too many to name. Kenny G. Boney James. What's the guy that just died? Al Jarreau. Stanley Clark and George Duke. Shalimar. Come on, guys. We don't even have one man, one manly man, unless it's country music. The country's the only one that really held on and said, hey, you know, we're not going anywhere. That's got that microphone in his hand, singing like a man, like Teddy Pendergrass used to do. Now we got these, like he said, they're pushing effeminate men with all that K-pop junk. All they're doing is biting, like Stephanie Mills said. They want to hear R&B, but they don't want to hear black people singing it. So they come all the way over here to Korea and get it. He says the big record companies, they're not investing in and promoting new bands like they used to do. They're interested in making a profit. Absolutely. People are getting new music off Spotify, etc. That's exactly what it is. It's just like when Instagram replaced Kodak. Instagram had 13 employees and put Kodak out of business with 270,000. It's the same way they do in the music business, all about profit. But we're going to continue to let this happen until everybody's going to be out of a job. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Remember, May 2nd, Meg's Resort, 4 p.m., until. Good food, good people, good conversation. We're going to bring this fancy new karaoke machine we got. If you want to sing, nobody's going to pay you any attention. Take care.